Good evening. My space is a mess. I'm still in the middle of writing all of those down, but I decided I needed to pull a card for tonight, and this is, oh, that's fine. So, and part of doing this made me think of my Prisma Visions deck, so I thought I would get it out and do this reading tonight with it. So let's do a quick shuffle of the cards. Mix up the bottom a little more, and the top as well, in the middle, and everything in between. And off the top, the King of Swords. And this is out of the middle, the Three of Swords. And off the top, the Five of Swords. All swords. A lot of swords in this last reading that I'm finishing up, the last half of it, because I made it a 10-card reading. I didn't have to, but I decided I wanted to do all the questions of the reading. And so let's write all of this down. Let's go like this. Today is what? Today is the 20th, right? Yesterday was my oldest daughter's birthday. King of Swords. The King of Swords, blade held aloft, stumbles across the nest of fey birds. Full of raucous fledglings, and his sharp mind quickly grasps the value of his discovery. Raising his arms like a conductor, he conjures a swarm of butterflies down into the nest to feed the screaming chicks. Rather than clash with their raging parents, he has chosen to parley with their malleable offspring, trusting his unerring mental lucidity to subvert their feral instincts for good. For the first time in the Song of the Swords, a smile is warranted and stretches gently across his face. It takes a great man not just to fight evil, but to subsume it, divert it, and use it for good. Such an immense task calls for impeccable character and keen clarity of purpose. Realism and ingenuity are your greatest weapons when faced with a mighty foe. Do not let good sense to become clouded with emotions. Face the facts, cold stoicism, and face the facts with cold stoicism, and find the best way to proceed. The answer may be simpler than you think. Work. Work the riddles. And I got too many R's in work. That's cute. Three of Swords. Lots of swords. Refresh my swords thoughts. Song of Swords. Perception, affliction, suffering, sorrow. In the cold of the night, the beast of truth is in sight. Air, winter, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius are air signs. The swords cleave through illusion and fantasy. They reveal the true nature of the world beneath. Cruel and unforgiving though it may be, the swords therefore stand for intelligence, and the sorrow and the bitterness that accompany understanding. Many swords in a draw warn of spiritual sickness and icy cold winter of the heart. But do not despair. In your time of sorrow much will be revealed to you. You will be lent a clarity honed by grief, and in time you will conquer the beast that slays you. Three of Swords. The noble stag lies where he was slain, stabbed in the back by the ruthless Three of Swords. A high cold wind blows as the butterfly, alit upon its antlers, gazes sorrowfully at the grim scene. This card is a stark warning that even the swiftest animal can be brought down by treachery. It may even be possible that you plan to wield the sword yourself. If this is true, know your actions irreparably shape the world you live in. Extract. where needed. And time is it? Oop, late. The 5 of Swords. 2 fighters cross swords on the edge of a precipice, glaring malevolently at each other. One attacks while the other defends, but their skillful maneuvers fail to hold the attention of their companion. He drops his sword and looks away, drawn instead into the looping flight of the butterfly. The mist overhead begins to disperse, and a handful of stars gleam brilliant and supreme. Confrontation is inevitable and can be an honorable and upfront way to achieve one's ends. The 2 locked in combat are practiced warriors of this art, and their baleful dance pays tribute to the intricacies of strife and competition. The 5 of Swords, however, encourages you to lay down your weapons. When you pacify your anger, you may be surprised to notice a different path, that of equanimity and transcendence. Let yourself be soothed. Follow the butterfly. Don't let distractions keep me from the scenes and paths that are best to follow. And there we go. Stay safe. Peace. Love you all. Toodles.